I sure didn't. Not for election, that's why, Rich.
Brian Burton, but the other two are supposed to be there.
Are we expecting anybody else?
We are expecting the others to.
They're still walking the door this morning.
You guys should be aware the governor's having dinner right over there as we speak.
Really?
Maybe stopping in here and, my wife is gonna send brownies, but the evening.
Brown's here. Well, we might as well get the meeting started then at 6:02. Is that on?
That is,
Oh,
yes.
all right, great. So next week we can have a roll call, please.
Number is nine. Present. And Jackie, two. Number Thompson. And Brandon,
Here.
number four is not here. Number five is not here. Number one.
Here.
We have four, so we have a forum. I would like to be able to start that we have a new commission member, with Elizabeth. She is the owner of Berry Theater and Lot and formerly a teacher at District 123. Welcome, thank you so much for volunteering.
Welcome. And I see we have some people in the audience here. Is there anybody who has comments, public comments, about anything that's not on our agenda? Okay, anybody on Zoom?
We have Eric Conklin,
Eric, hello, Eric.
and then, one of our commission, one of our,
Okay, good, hello. All right, then we can, the next thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of May 4th, 2023 appearance commission meeting. Are there any anybody have any changes, anything that needs to be different? Is that just be, everything with us? Can we vote on it?
yeah,
Okay, I have no changes here. I approve. Okay, so we will roll call.
first and second.
Yeah.
So I made a motion.
I'll make a motion.
You made a motion. And, who seconded it?
I
Okay, number set, you can abstain. since you weren't there. Abstain. And number Shanti,
abstain.
also. And the right,
Yes.
number Clark,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
All right, the next regular business is case 2319, which is 17510 Halsted Street, Buffalo Wild Wings, exterior alterations. Angela, do you have anything you'd like to
Yeah, let me,
catch us up with on that first?
we'll do that.
Thank you.
All right.
Sign this is nasty.
So our first case is case 2319, which is 175 Homestead Street, Buffalo Wild Wings exterior alterations. Buffalo Wild Wings is located on Homestead Street. And it is in a building worth 2 tenants. They are using Homestead Street. And the other tenant is Dollar Tree. And they are doing some facade improvements, which include passionate care of the ethos, painting the facade to the Sherwin Williams on the rocks, which is a new color, and the improvements need to be covered as far as finish. This is what the exterior looks like. There's the building, the building. If you will look there. new sign. It is out in the left and it's in location. And then as I said, the design strategy. The requirements.
Do we have?
Oh, that's right. It will be very complex, see the new one down in front. And we have here the owner of the property as well as a representative of Low Wetlands, who is on there.
Oh, okay, they're both on Zoom, the owners here?
No, the owner,
Oh, hi, what did you have?
Al Krieger is my name.
Yeah, hi, Al.
I was the original Buffalo Wild Wings franchisee there. We purchased that property in 2010.
All right, you want to, sure.
and we're on using.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to explain to us what you could be doing?
We purchased that property in 2010 and it was an Office Depot. If anybody remembers that project there. We took it over. We put Buffalo Wild Wings on the end cap and then Dollar Tree on the west end of the building. And there was a new franchisee operation there. I sold that restaurant. And they're going to do an interior remodel. And we've been over time doing the exterior, the asphalt last year. We've done a facade of Dollar Tree and then Buffalo Wild Wings is trying to talk about their internal remodel. Prior to football season and football season is, it's the perfect time. And well, we don't this time given that space. Get it in the next time.
Excellent. And we have representatives on Zoom here because the architect group, I believe, is on Zoom. Amy Green is heading on that project for the Ward Group, who has over 200 locations, in 4 or 5 states around. So they can talk a little bit about their interiors. We were going to redo the facade on the exterior. It's a lot of storefront glass that was there originally was for Office Depot, and we used it. Now we would like to put a little facade there so the tables don't butt up to glass, they butt up to a wall, and it's just a lot more conducive to the restaurant industry. And their interior package with booths, tables, chairs, carpeting, tile. They would like to give the store a facelift. Good, that's good. Glad to hear that. Hello, Amy. How are you?
Hi.
Amy, I think if Angela could do the slideshow possibly, could you explain what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, so I did hear, I'm cutting out a little bit, but I did hear her talk about, we are going to be doing facade improvements. There's some maintenance, more like issues on that building we'd like to improve. The EFS is, cracked in a few places. That's going to get repaired, and then there'll be new, brighter, fresher finish package on there. That on the rocks color that you'll see on the little finish palette that we provided is a very light color. And as Al did mention, the existing storefront that's there that was for Home Depot, it had, or not Home Depot, but Office Depot or Office Max, whichever it was it needed some maintenance. Over time the salt had worn down on the base of it. And the idea too, in addition to hiding the interior tables with a partial height knee wall, we're going to avoid maintenance issues like we have now with the storefront, because that metal won't be directly against the sidewalk. The material we're putting down there is it's a fiberglass type product. It's a Nisha is the name of the manufactured material. And so it looks like wood plank. So it's a nice, more modern looking wood plank look, as you'll see in that exterior elevation. I believe that's included in there. Scrolling through myself to see where it is. I think it's past the signage maybe. But it is very durable, extremely durable. It's very easy to maintain. There's no painting involved. There's nothing like that. So it's a good material for the climate, and it's a good material for maintenance, long-term maintenance. So that's really the main things we're going to be doing in addition to the signage replacement. The signage replacement and the colors are driven by Buffalo Wild Wings corporate. So those items are kind of a given as far as the overall package the corporate entity would want to see, unless the city requires something different.
And let's, we may have some comments and some suggestions from our commissioners here, so let's see what their input. Commissioner, what, if any input to us?
I think that color on the racks would be a nice big change from the bright yellow. Little fitting in the signs of how things are looking nowadays. One question is, in all the touching up and repainting and everything, are you gonna be repainting the standing seam roof on there as well?
The standing seam roof was replacing on the Dollar Tree. I don't think you could ask, you could find out what we're doing on the, I don't know what we're doing on the Buffalo.
Typically, we're not touching that standing seam roof. A lot of times, any manufacturer's agreements for warranties or maintenance or guarantees on the material would go away if we were to paint it. It was not noted, and again, I'm flipping through the photos from the site right now, that it really needed to be painted. So the idea would be that we would not, it would remain black.
I see. Okay, I just noticed that, and I'm in the roofing business, so I just noticed it looks kind of like perhaps maybe a good cleaning to go along with everything else that you're brightening up.
Right.
The top of it is one thing that's like, okay, we should have done that, it looks great, but so it might be a way to avoid that, maybe, like I said, with pressure cleaning and stuff that I understand.
Yeah.
You can't really avoid the manufacturer, you don't want to mess with those manufacturers more.
I totally understand what you're saying about, you're refreshing everything else, right? I will also tell you that the franchisee group that, Al was talking about that is now owns this location, are very good to their spaces. They're very cognizant about exterior appearance and how they present themselves. And if there is maintenance that really needs to be done, or if they come out after the fact and say, "Ooh, we really should have done that," like you're saying, that is something they're oftentimes willing to spend the extra buck and do. So I did just want to say that on their behalf. They are, and that's I've worked with Buffalo Wild Wings locations for about 14 years now and talked to a lot of franchisees and seen a lot of stores, and they have some of the best exterior and interior maintained stores. So I'll just say that much, because I do understand where you're coming from.
We've been this group, we have multiple locations, parent color facilities that we have in Indiana, we just from out of Crown Point store, Crown Point, Indiana, maybe 6 months ago. The interior is beautiful, very open and bright, just a whole different unit tables. So the wood planking that they're talking about on the old office depot, the glass went all the way down to the sidewalk. And through time of salting, the sidewalk got pitted, and then that mullion on the bottom where the glass will do it just gets corroded and doesn't look right. So that's when we decided to get a 32-inch or whatever it is wall there, and then that fiber cement board that she's talking about is the product that can take all that kind of pressure. Good idea. Yeah, it's very good. Anything else?
No.
All right, go ahead, Rashad. It looks good, and looks good. Go with it. Okay. Mr. Smith.
I think that it's going to look very refreshed and just a nice little breath of fresh air to that particular stretch of street there on that. So, and as someone who patronizes Buffalo Wild Wings pretty regularly, I'm excited about the interior refresh as well.
Well, I was there today. I went and parked in the lot and I was taking a look around. And I'm first of all, I'm thrilled that it's going to be refreshed. There's going to be an update. It's sort of needed. It really needs something different. The landscaping, I looked at the landscaping, I looked at proposals for that, it looks really good. I do have a few concerns and requests. One of the things I find is that, unfortunately, many of the businesses along Halsted don't necessarily keep their properties clean. And while I was there today, I can see trash all over the parking lot. I can see trash, among the trees, I can see trash in the weeds. And by weeds, I mean, there's no grass, it's weeds. So over the years, I'm kind of looking at the past record of Buffalo Wild Wings in that area, and whoever, I guess you're the owner there. And unfortunately, it's just not kept up the way I think our village needs to be kept up. So I'm really hoping that from this point forward, all beautiful landscaping is going in there. If you guys put an extra effort in making sure it's watered, weeded, clean, trash is picked up, in the parking lot area. That's a reflection of the village. It's not just a reflection of Buffalo Wild Wings, it's a reflection of the village. And I think that's really important. I drove around the back. The back is actually worse than the front. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned back there very long time. So I'm hoping that it's the trash that's back there, the rocks, the glass, that we picked up again on more of a regular schedule next time. That's a pretty big concern. So I see that, but that's really that.
I said that our landscape crew that does the grass cutting picks up papers on one day, and then we have a guy come 2 other times to just, that's all they do is walk around and pick up papers. And unfortunately, people not get things out of their car, and you could see the thing. It's not even any specific product, like your Donald bags or grocery bags, you just don't, and then they blow into the landscape like you're talking and stuff. It doesn't work. So yeah, and we're aware of it too, and this is our only location that we do that in. So it is, it's, on a given day, I'm very familiar with Tony. Tony does a great job and calls me all the time and gives me at least a heads up, hey, send somebody, we're on it, because I don't. We've come to many citation meetings before in 10, 12 years, and we're here when we need to be. So we try to stay on top of it. So if we haven't, we're out there today, it's a bad day, that I'll make sure it's taken care of. But even with the new remodel, we want, people to come visit it too. And absolutely, that dollar tree does get a lot of pressure as well. I mean, they get off traffic there. So this is a highly traffic center.
Yeah, I know stuff happens.
Yeah, and if it does, I don't like that. I don't like that you feel that way about that. It's always a feel.
We are below range, but it's just so important to our village and to this percent. Thank you, I appreciate that. What else? Well, I did some notes. That was really. Oh, these colors, are the new colors in line with the new, the business with Buffalo Wild Wings new colors? Are these new colors that they're using throughout?
Yeah, I think it's Amy, you could answer that. I think it's a blend of the inside coming out a little bit to the outside as well. Yeah, I like the brown point the inside. I know they did we had brick on the inside, and they did that as well to match the outside. Is that bigger to Amy? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those colors are, so the new Buffalo Wild Wings, what you guys are used to seeing in that location right now, if you were to walk in, it would be a darker green and a red and black and some bright yellow. And this new finish package that they are using now is really a little bit more neutralized. It's not quite as color dense. So you'll see a lot of grays, a lot of blacks, a lot of wood tones. And that again is reflected on the exterior. I mean, those colors are part of the interior color palette. The wood that is on the exterior is not the wood you will see on the interior. The wood that's on the interior, once it's done, will be more of a light beach colored wood. However, the wood that we are specifying for the exterior is the same wood material you would see on the exterior of a brand new standalone Buffalo Wild Wings if they were going to build a brand new one. So those exterior colors and finishes are very brand specific. I mean, that's what drove the choices. Again, if there are village or, city requirements that we have to, maintain, there's flexibility there, but it is what you're seeing is 100% corporate driven. And that is something you'll see across the nation as they start to remodel their stores. And as large nationwide chains do, you'll kind of see it trickle in store at a time.
Okay, thank you. It looks really nice. I mean, when I see the plans, the refreshing is gonna be, it's gonna be very good. The landscape is gonna be beautiful. So, all right, well, that's all I have. Yes.
The trash enclosures, they were, they were in pretty bad shape. Are you?
That's fine. I met with Tony, I've talked to Tony a few times about it, and they're functional. I don't know if there's slats in there, if it's a fence with slats, if that's purely too. But what they're gonna do and the amount of money that's being spent on the inside as well as the outside. We're gonna have one opportunity if they're closed for. These crews come in and get this stuff done very quickly. I don't know what their time frame, maybe 7 to 10 days of construction, that's it. That's how fast they come in. They work through the night and, I mean, every day that, finding money there. So, I'll look at the trash enclosure, because that would be on my end, because of the landlord. And to make sure that I think they're blocked and some of them are fenced. So I don't know if it's the block that's bad or the fence that's bad. But I can look at that. Yes, that's this is the restaurant business. So yeah, I had a full head when I was here about it.
The north wall of the building, particularly behind office, what is having office people facing on the street, facing like streets that are coming down and all.
What can you do? The north face that was Portillo. That is probably more just a power washing, just.
If you-
chemical on it. Yeah, I'll do that.
It just looks shabby.
Not the driver's side of Portillo, so it is kind of, it would be, yeah, so, I'll, if it's an easy, that's all, with big block, I believe, that building, so it's not as easily,
They take care of that.
be honest with you, it's right, it was suggestion for a logo back there, so you can see it on the other side. I hadn't thought I'd see that. Yeah, and signage, sure. We'll see. Yeah, I know, that's nice. We're happy to have them as neighbors, because it brings more traffic, it brings more people through there, even at night, staff's not as nervous about walking. To have activity, it's nice. The school goes in. Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal, I'm sure. Yeah, we might have to adjust their hours, right? Yeah. Say it was for one or whatever, I think.
All right, well, that's all I have. Anybody else have any more comments? Okay, then do I have a motion to vote on case 2319 facade signage and landscape improvements for 17510 Halsted as proposed on the drawings submitted by Intertech Design Services dated 5/31/2023. Do I have a motion?
And motion.
A second. I'll second it. All right, motion second. Angela. Roll call.
Anderson?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, Amy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
Yeah.
Good. Next case, which is case 2320, 18250 Harwood Avenue, Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii Construction Incorporated exterior alterations.
So the next week is, facade improvements for, go ahead. Right here for 18250 Harwood. This building has been vacant for quite some time. It was originally a warehouse, for a couple of different users. The, new owners are putting in a construction business in warehousing, which is similar to previous businesses and zoning. They are planning to do facade improvements, which will change the color, including aluminum coping, a new wall mounted sign, personal tile siding, which is, so the colors are black, gray, and wood color. The location is right off of 189 Harvard, against the, railroad shop. And, the west side of Harvard. Here, and this is the existing building. And the proposed improvements.
Top one is the, what you see.
That one is what you see from the front. So this is painted.
Yeah.
Laundry will be painted in color. This is new material. And this is also.
And, we're gonna do the basic of the perfect wall on top of the front of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm the owner. I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm the owner of the building, me and, my brother, and all of these are architects. Yeah, we bought this building, last year. We did some renovation inside, clean up was, a lot of mold, we do remediation, everything, we came up with everything inside. We put the sprinkler system, fire sprinkler system, and, we now looking for the new service. We're looking for IDOT to confirm all the stuff for the plumbers, so they can run the new service, water service system plan. And now we decided to, was gonna push it for next year to do the outside work, but, we decided to start it. We wanna make it look nice because that's gonna, show the stuff we does. And our company will do that too. We does exterior apartment inside the apartment, we build that in the apartment too. We did the building at 810 table.
That is the former Discount Tires.
Oh, yeah, we did that. And, yeah, that's what we're gonna do for this one.
Oh, all right, thank you. I look forward to you being here. Commissioners, do you have any questions, comments, thoughts? I'll start with Commissioner Smith.
Fine, put me first.
No
pressure. Well, it's good to know that there's that connection with the 810 Maple because it does look wonderful over there. So, no, the color palette is very neutral and very modern looking. And I'm excited that this building is going to be occupied and used, and we have given a facelift on the outside. Now, so all of the positive things as far as, and this is something that's outside of my scope of understanding, but the painting work, does that last a long time?
We just painting the CMU and the back, everything in the front is gonna be all no material.
Okay, so all new material in the front. So this, what will this material be?
The basement.
Yeah, that's already, yeah, that's a base brick in the back, but all the front is gonna be, that's gonna get painted, but all the front, is gonna be all the new material.
So they're asking what, the brick that you paint.
What is this?
That's
painting?
It'll last long, we're gonna use special material for it, but we're gonna all wash it clean and give it the white primer and the white product.
You know, the time.
Uh, I don't know exactly that it was nine, but I can. So
I know.
Usually more like 5 to more than 5.
If it's done right.
Yeah, I think that was, I guess, the leading question was just making sure like what the process was to get, for you guys to get that paint, just make sure that it does last.
Yeah, we have to all wash the clean the surface first and then give it the white primer and the slop coating.
Okay. For clarification, this is the front of the building facing the car road. Did you say this will not be painted?
Is, but that's the street, that's the side that's like an angle, that's kind of shared driveway between the two buildings. So if you go back to
I can see it from the
Google
street
Street,
clearly now.
You zoom in your Google.
yeah, that's the weird angle on the
But
top.
it's still facing the street.
No, not this one, not the one you pointed to now, it's the
If you
one.
zoom in,
So this one is not going to be painted?
well, all the bricks are gonna be painted, but that wall right there that we see that you're going back and forth, that's gonna have the stack stone and the porcelain tile that looks like wood. And then the smaller lower end is where we put stucco and raise the parapet.
Go down to the other picture there, so if that's the case, I'm not sure that.
That doesn't, isn't consistent with your picture.
It's because of the angle. We're going at the true northwest and south, and the building is technically at a slight angle.
So you're
So
saying
you
that
think
this
more of the
is,
side.
this is gonna be where the brick is now,
Correct.
and this is the side of the
This
building.
is the side.
So I took it as being straight,
No, that's inside.
so this is what's in front.
I'm parallel with northwest south, it's all street. Parallel to the street, I give more of a. front.
Yeah, that's the one.
So this is different than that. Are we gonna see out that wall, that like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a figure, you want to work hard with it.
The site plan showed that, that painted side actually faces the back side of the Kirschner.
I thought that was part of the front side.
No,
Run down an angle there, so the base of the building where the brickwork at
This is
the office, their entry, is actually runs the same as Harwood, and then the rest of the building is, does that go true east and west? Kind of off a little bit.
No, it doesn't. Here's the site plan.
I mean, the side of the building is out. but the rest
So
of
this
the-
is the side you're gonna paint,
Yeah, there you go.
and this is the side that will be covered with that,
Right, you'll get here. And the small section in the front, all gonna be all in one.
all the, and so this.
Yeah, but everything they're on is gonna get this.
Except this.
Correct.
I was looking at it from the wrong.
All right, do you have any more questions?
So then, knowing that now, will that, the lower brick, your lower elevation brick wall that exists out there on the front right now, is that going away on the outside?
That block the front door?
Yeah.
Yes, we're rounding. So now you can have an actual, you can see the front door.
See the front door.
All right, Commissioner Shell.
The immediate response is, it's gonna be really nice to have a tenant in there. It's one of those ones that you drive by every day and you go, hi. And the fact that you did the discount tire is a good endorsement for your upcoming project. And that's all I have.
I think it's a great idea that you build the parapet wall in the front part, that looks like an addition.
Yes, now that's the reason we're gonna use it. Also, like I said, it's gonna to show, because inside we're gonna have a showroom for our interior work, and outside, that's why we use different materials to show.
You want to display as well.
Like a display and make it look nice in the same time.
Right,
Good idea considering what business you're in.
Yeah, you gotta look good, you look good on the outside, it brings people on right work. Excuse me. Yeah. There you go. No, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to have somebody in that building that's been vacant for so long. Your plans look very nice now to clarify, because I was looking at those. I don't know if you saw some strange guy like me walking around there today when I was out there. I'm like, I'm looking at the plans and when we did this all police. This doesn't look like front elevation, but now that I know that it's wrapped around, okay, that was really making me question. My only comment is, I noticed you have no landscape proposed, and for a business, especially a business like yours, I would think there should be some kind of landscaping. If nothing else, some flowers, some pots. with flowers.
Yeah, we're gonna do some nice, well, we did something like nice, we were clean up, and we put some mulch already.
Yeah.
But we left the nice stuff out, we finished the mountain from the outside, we're gonna put some bushes, flowers in the front and.
and is that all gonna be to the right side of the
It's gonna be,
front?
we only have in the front, right, the side is only like 3 feet, so we're gonna just clean it, maybe put some bushes and some mulch.
You know, I would say that the doesn't have that we do a landscape plan that is reviewed by BCS starting planting the materials that are required now that we don't code. And they're reviewed by our arborists. So you can do a landscape plan and they will approve it as part of the approvals of vision for approval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to see perennial ones and those?
All we did is just being on trim the bushes and, yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, because the left side of where the sidewalk is now, I understand there is a handicap parking spot on there, but you still have the right side or
Yeah.
kind of the north side, so you still have a green area that you have, which is complement your, everything else you're doing as well. As, like the evergreens that are there, that's kind of dated. Yeah. As you know, but you did clean them up nice.
I was gonna take it, actually, I was gonna take it off and finish, but I waited until we finish all now, sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna finish, so then I'll take one.
We can just do that in
In a motion.
the motion, right? You guys okay with that?
Oh, yeah. Does anybody else have any more? All right, then, anything else? Okay, then, I do have a motion to vote on case 2320 facade improvements and inclusion of a landscape plan for 18250 Harwood as proposed on the drawing submitted by EAU Design and Development dated 6/12/23. Let's say that. Or landscape plans. Oh, God, no, okay. All right, do I have a motion? So, a second. All right, then we have a motion to move and second. And so,
Ready, member Smith? Approved. Member Sheffield?
Approved.
Member Cook?
I say yes.
yes,
Member Ryan?
yes. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all. I look forward to it. And then we can move on to our third business for today. Case 2321, 18123 Harwood Avenue, Gidding building, exterior alterations. And before we get started, I did talk to Angela, to find out whether or not this building was a historical building. And it's been here, which is long, but in a historical society to attend. With some comments, apparently they
I spoke to you, so we don't have to try to historic building, I do, although we recognize that it's a nice building for the government. I did see both the historical, I did a little research, they really have nothing. They have a little card that had the address on it, but then there was no information in the file beyond that, unfortunately. And I did a lot of research through our files, I found permits from 1952, and I think those garage doors, files in the front. In the front, there used to be, it was granary, so the front actually, this was double doors that you could put a tall vehicle through, it would go all the way through. And, this was put in the 50s. These awnings, these permanent, awnings that were put in the 90s or 2000. So those are all not really part of blowing, actually kind of attached. Even though they look like they are, and I was surprised that they aren't. And the windows are all fairly recently put in 2000, 2001.
In the back stairwell. You put a big back stairwell in your benches.
Yes, sir. We ran
So the-
Big back stairwell.
Well, just a little bit bigger, because the fire chief said if he ever had a fire, he wanted the guys to be able to go up the back with his equipment. So, I made it to his approval. There you go.
So we have, new storefront windows, eliminating the bays that I showed you that were put in, a change to the color and the shape of the window please, I think, they're gonna be black instead of that brown color. They're removing the first floor window treatments and there's, like I said, there's permanent awnings and enlarging the windows to extend to the ground. So no new landscaping is proposed, but I do see that you have, there's very little.
Yes.
There's no area for landscaping really. And the police chief, when staff reviewed this, had questions about surveillance cameras. Do you have any on the interior and exterior? And then,
It was, the exterior, I told them, they come over there and use them anytime.
okay.
Exactly.
And then, the other concern was from the Public Works Department that the glass windows would not survive the, plowing and the wear, from our plow, that would damage these windows. And I think we actually.
And salt as well.
As fault and, the plows, or something hit it,
Right.
so that was a concern.
Well, before we start, you can introduce yourself.
I'm Joe Peters, so I'm the head of the building, and, all those honors, I know I got it on the folder, but all those honors stand the same.
Oh,
No,
they're not on there?
Yeah, that's actually proposed, I was actually gonna remove them, but all the copper honors are staying the same.
So you're gonna leave those now?
Everything, the building's gonna look the same, except the windows.
Okay,
So the glass is gonna be just flat?
It's gonna be flat, so that actually bay is given out,
Okay, but with the awnings on it.
with the honors on it, it's staying the same, so the building actually stays the same.
so these awnings will stay,
Yeah, the copper honors, not the one in the middle, because the actual glass is going up to the top, that was added because of the cargo door.
yeah, that was added.
And from what the drawings are showing, the one in the middle, that's not gonna have a door, entry door. It's just all full
That's
glass.
full glass,
Okay.
because the entry for that side of the,
On the left,
so
so
one to the right, one to the right, to the right.
the rate, okay. Oh, that'll be part of the rate unit, so you're envisioning two separate units in there.
Well, that middle unit is actually one, that was the whole dentist lab, so that was just all one big unit, it was actually 3,200 square.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
all
I-
one unit, right, and it's gonna
That's-
stay one unit,
Yes, one unit,
and this is another,
yes.
another department as well.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, everything's gonna look original, I mean, we got all the proposals to do fire sprinklers and everything, I mean, we're not changing, I'm not changing anything, if you see the building right now, I mean, I did a lot of research myself, and I'm gonna keep it exactly the same, I mean,
Well, you say you're not gonna change anything, but it's going like this, you kind
we're with the honors, I mean, it had
of,
honors,
going to stay, right? Which is, I think, it's right, that it's gonna look like this when you're done.
correct,
Okay, all right,
with the honors,
with you on.
with the honors.
Okay, all right, so commissioners, any questions or comments? We'll start with Commissioner Shaw. Trying to make,
Everyone's getting their.
balance it out here.
The conduit on the south side of the building, that's gonna stay there, exterior conduit,
Conduit,
pipes, aren't there pipes on the south side of the building?
so, yeah, that's electrical, that's actually the main service line,
And that's gonna stay.
that's gonna stay. Yeah, that's actually, that's the main service, because actually, to the actual place.
I understand that, yeah. I understand that. Okay, that was my only question.
Okay, let's see. Commissioner Funk?
No questions, everything looks great, you're aware of the public works concern, the plowing, with the sidewalk and the salt,
Right.
what that could do. That you're gonna run into it, and I've seen what salt can do.
Yes, like the guy said, it actually pitched the ground,
Yeah.
but it has to come up off this, because those bay windows are actually given from the train vibration, we'd love to keep it like that. It'll save you a lot of money to keep it going. But actually from the vibration from the train, and when those windows were put in, we got them suspended inside the place with actually tow ropes. So, I mean, this is like a public hazard, to be honest with you.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm maybe 70 dumpsters in, we're cleaning this place, and right now I just want to move ahead and just try to get the ball rolling a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, when the wind blows outside, it blows inside. When it rains outside, it pushes the rain inside.
Sure, I understand. Okay, I didn't think about that train stuff, but
The
Yes,
train-
if the
I'm
vibration,
away from the train.
yeah, it's the train right off here, so when it vibrates, it does that to actually, those bricks, and those bricks,
Yeah, just working the mortar around it.
it works. So I'm dealing with the salt outside or the vibration inside of those windows actually caving away, so I gotta choose the two evils there.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that for reasons. Yeah. Well, those windows, this is actually, material that they use, and this is actually that black is actually, it's actually like chocolate, yeah.
So it's not like.
Yes, it's like a chocolate, I mean, I try to match it up as much as I could.
No,
All right, Commissioner Smith.
All right. So just to help clarify for me, all of the windows then, just the first floor or the whole building will be redone?
On the first floor.
Just the first floor, okay. All right.
I mean, I think the first floor was what they were saying, the building was being historic, so I think, just getting those windows replaced, just to get it going, I mean, just the storefront, they're in such a bad shape.
Absolutely. That was my biggest, just trying to understand everything.
What's going on the north side of it?
The north side of the building is, Hibbins Hot Dog, so we actually named, that's actually the storefront, right there by the awning, so that's not proposed, that was just,
The exterior? On the exterior,
the exterior is just parking.
but there's lights there.
Well, I just did it as fanfare, just to get some, just to get it going. I didn't actually think about the appearance of board or anything like that. But it's actually, we got a porta potty on that side, so we got the dark side. And it's actually teenagers that come there at nighttime and they sit, they've been doing it for years. So I just kind of lit it up a little bit without trying to add any lights on that side to bother the adjacent business and people who live there.
So there's really no improvements gonna be done there.
Well, that's, I mean, I did a lot of improvements on that side. I cleaned the whole alleyway up. I mean, it's trees and everything. But as far as, it'll be a service door actually for the restaurant on that side. We wanted to do seating on that side, but, we just want to get the ball going a little bit to, get the businesses in there before we start improving. You know, I see I got the outdoor seating and actually the green space for the active business, but right now, just to get the ball going, just keep it
It kind
simple.
of looked like a patio in process when you drive by.
Yeah, well, that's what I got to propose as up there, but, I didn't know the process with the transport. I know if I wanted to cram everything in at once and just take one thing at a time, but, that's.
So that's a later phase.
That's later, fair, yeah. Patio is not gonna be happening now. No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
What about that door that's on the north side by the patio? Is that going to be down the road too, or is that going to be in? Which one?
That's window.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. That's in there.
That's going to be in.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's right there. It's a hot dog shop, but it's more like a carry and go. It's not like sit down. So if you sit down on the inside, that actually door lift up, you'll be able to look at people walking past, trains and everything.
Right.
Okay.
All right. We need a hot dog stand in a moment.
So it's named after the building, it's Hibbins Hot Dog.
That's awesome.
Well, you got your own.
Yeah, right there. So-
Now, is the inclusion of the empanadas picture, is this on the last page, is this the inspiration photo of what we're looking at for windows?
Those are the actual windows.
Okay, those are the windows.
Those are.
Okay, okay.
So I wanted to show you that it's not, not doing anything, unnatural. This is actually the product.
Mhm.
The product that's there right now is the oldest product. We try to match up. That color was discontinued. So this is the actual color.
Okay. So just a lot of ways to ground.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. Those don't go to the ground. My concern is those windows being so low all the way up. I know what you're talking about, but I so easy to see them get broken or something happen. That would be in fact, it's in my notes, I so close, I know that's something that maybe you can consider doing, just an elevation and what is that, maybe what, not even. I'm not sure exactly how concerned was it the Public Works was about that.
It was more of a suggestion. Just something to consider, something that you can have.
Well,
Yeah.
well, it's gonna be the windows are actually, considered, it's a resin, so it's not like if you hit it, it's actually gonna break. It's actually,
What's tempered?
tempered. It's actually double tempered at the bottom. So if someone goes and kicks it, it doesn't shatter, it doesn't get, yes.
But is the interior floor,
It's
the
gonna
height of that
be, it beats right there.
is perfect for a sidewalk?
Perfect.
I see, okay.
It's
So
right
it
there.
goes into the framework that's gonna be
That's
there.
That's it. It's sitting right on top of the actually, the foundation of the building.
Okay.
So it's not we building things up. If I build up a foot, I'm back at the vibration from the train that actually did this. We have to consider that, but empanadas, they're not close to the train like that to get that vibration. So actually, it was almost like you painting that wall and you worried about maintenance 5, 6, and 10 years from now. Us going back and having to go and replace the windows and the foundation underneath the windows.
Sure.
Okay, there's one more thing I need to ask you about, and I don't know how long these been here. These lights, they're beautiful.
Yeah, that was actually, it was added.
Those were added at some point down the road. Are you using those?
Yes,
I'd like to consider it. I mean,
I was actually thinking of the gooseneck shop lights.
Oh,
You ever seen the gooseneck shop
like I
lights?
said, I got 4 or 5 in my garage when I did the Tony John's restaurant.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's,
the next one was a Mexican restaurant.
so we got the green travertine tile on top of the building. And the gooseneck lights, the shop lights, the circle ones, they actually the same color.
Yeah.
So it actually kind of tie into it, but those lights are back, and
those lights, I think they masked the building right off. Yeah, yeah, kind of, there's 3 of them.
yeah, we that. That's not, bro, we're not trying to change it right now. It looks so great. That's nice lights.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I really have no questions. I like the fact that you're going in there, you're gonna make it, or you're gonna put it to good use. It's gonna look nice. I really, that's great.
Yeah.
My only, and you've all mentioned it already a couple times here, but windows to the ground, but I think it's a tell.
Yes,
Yeah.
And you're very familiar with the building, obviously, and you're there spending time and feeling it vibrate and like, okay. And it's honestly, it's a risk that, well, between public works and you, that this is something that can happen when they're
coming through.
doing the street or sidewalk meeting. And then, you know, the salt is gonna be spread out automatically, so that's gonna be kicking up against the window and anywhere. It's something I think more of in every spring, double check, you know, push everything down.
Yes, sir. And landscaping, I know it's hard. It's not like it's great.
Yeah, we got the sidewalk. I tried to light it up and keep it clean.
Yeah. Can't hard to grow flowers to cracks.
Yeah.
But maybe in the spring,
The planters, we put the planters up.
Yeah.
all right, anything else? Anybody else?
I'll just say, it's just everything we've been doing to spruce up the building as you go. I've just been a fan of watching, so,
Thank you.
yeah, and it's just bringing some light into that space has been really, really nice. That's one of my favorite places to walk in town, just to see the little things you've been doing, so.
Yeah.
The big things, but the little things you see on the outside, like,
Yeah, and you know, speaking back with those lights, when you do walk past the building and you get past the front door with the lights, you get to that one dark alley and you can't see anything, so the lights that kind of add to just a safety factor, just when people walk at night.
it's a lot of ambiance.
All right, it sounds like we're ready to vote, so we can go ahead and motion to vote on case 2321, facade improvements for 18123 Harwood.
I'll make the motion.
What's the drawing submitted by Joseph Confused? JWP.
You like that name? I added a twist to it. I'm sorry.
All right, so I have motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
I second.
Do we want to mention though that the patio is not included in our point? Do we need to mention that? And
We can, yeah. Not including having,
Should we?
yeah.
All right, so let's start that again. Motion to vote on case 2321, facade improvements minus the patio on the north side. Or 18123 Harwood is proposed on the drawings submitted by Joseph W. Peters, JWP in Turks. Well,
I will make the motion.
second. Second motion, all right, roll call.
All right, Member Smith,
Yes.
Member Sheffield,
I,
Member Clark,
Yes.
Mr. Brad,
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing us much this work. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
When's opening day?
Well, we're working on that.
No ways off.
Thank you.
Where's the governor? I thought he was coming over.
I can find this if you want.
All right, any old business?
Yeah.
Gonna give you one of these. Let's forget what they asked. It's a place to structure right now. Is that full business? New business, or is it- All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You guys, okay, I'll see you later. I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow. And the parking garage is like, it's off. That's our portion. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen it in a few days, but I'm guessing it's completely different.
It's,
Separately.
the whole garage exterior is up already. It's amazing to see that.
And you can see those cranes from the east side of the quarry.
Oh, yeah. I go through the door and, well, when I was in, oh, wow, see the cranes going over that.
Yeah.
That's nice progress. Any updates on Walmart?
Nothing.
Okay. Brewery looks like it's coming along great.
Very sad.
That's going fast. Yeah.
Hartford, I went inside today, and maybe that's our, they're really, yeah, and they're leaving them out there, 41% released. They didn't share, I like the average one of the units, they're very, they're small on paper, but they're very spacious.
Yeah, it's, we still know. Lights on the side and see how things are expressed.
Very well.
What about the restaurant?
They're definitely construction too. They're pretty much just putting in an infrastructure, maybe have them, the paving in and all of that. So we have started on the actual interior build out. Haven't started on anything like both. You know, they are.
That's nice. Any new business?
No.
And they're working on the deli. The interior of the deli.
Mm-hmm.
All the old woman's works.
Yeah, they're gonna have a ridge,
Dangerous, right?
in one review.
One thing I'd like to bring up is, as I was driving back from Buffalo Wild Wings on 175th Street, the old Girl Scout building. 105, so there's 1005,
Yeah.
Boy, that's the exterior of that building and the bushes, the trees, the grass, it needs to maintenance.
New owner.
Oh, yeah.
And I did, Chief Grabowski and I walked through the building with the new owner, and they're going to be doing a major renovation to it. Cleaning it all up, and they're actually gonna be using about 60% of it and leasing out. We'll just get a refresh. which is great.
That's terrific. I would think the casino company, a lot of places would jump on
Yeah.
the street.
And another project that you'll see soon is 4 acre, the village is 4 acres on 175th. 1350, 175th, plus a 1313 building. So there was board just approved, company to build a new facility there. As a, Carol Realignment company. And they are currently in Westwood and they're for their own use. They have their limited and I'm building up.
13.
And I think they're keeping it on top of it.
That's a light beige one, that's for sale.
Yeah. Yeah. So you will see, that will come for you and that will.
I was thinking the monsters. 1355.
Oh.
All right, any other old business or new business? People wants to talk about? Okay, well, then do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, second. I'll second. All right, and roll call. All in favor, say aye. I want to do this.
I don't even do that.
Where did you go to that? Okay, it's never been here.
Yeah, adjourned.
Return. That was fine.
Next
All right.
meeting, I'm bringing wallets.
Well,